So, what is the latest for you know between M23 and the Congolese army? So, on Wednesday, there were headlines that the M23 and the Rwandan troops, together with their Ugandan supporters, captured the township of Nyanzale. So, you may have heard about that. So, as you can see from this map, Nyanzale is not far from Ruchuru district. As a matter of fact, I think it's part of Ruchuru, because if I zoom out, you can see this the border of Bunagana here, right? And definitely they control this region all the way to Bambo and Tongo. All these region are under the control of the Rwandan supported rebel group, and they manage now to move to the township of Nyanzale. Now, Nyanzale is important because it's one of the towns that is said to have a lot of Hutu people. And according to Rwanda, they usually say that that's where the people who committed the genocide in Rwanda ran to. Even though I've explained in previous videos that there have been a huge number of Hutus who have lived here since 1956. Some of them came here from Rwanda, brought here by the Belgium or the Belgians to work in the Belgian project, right? So there were workers that were imported from Rwanda, and after they finished that work, they never went back to Rwanda. So they came there in the 1950s. Others, again, you find the Tutsi that are located here. They also came in 1956 after the first Rwandan kind of revolution, where the Hutus were overthrowing the Tutsi king in Rwanda. So there's that history. So also those Tutsis from this territory, Masisis, most of them actually came in 1956, but they found the Hutus. And the Hutus who live in Nyanzale are those, most of them are those who came in the 50s, and definitely they are Congolese, only that the tribe is Hutu. Of course, Rwanda will accuse them of being the FDLR, which is not true. A lot of youths from the Hutu communities also belong to Wazalendo. Again, Wazalendo, it doesn't mean Wazalendo has anything to do with Rwanda. They are just defending their territory. But that's just part of a bit of history so that you understand what we are dealing with. So the war seems to be a cat and mouse. And I don't know, I think the mouse is the M23 group, because they keep capturing towns, looting shops. For example, on Wednesday, they looted all the shops in Nyanzale. They stole the cereals, food stock. They broke into people's warehouses, and because it's a town, it's a huge town, and stole goods there, including liquor. They needed a lot of liquor to drink, so they stole all that, and people moved away from here. And they also lost the territories near Mweso. So Mweso is a bit to the west, as you know, from Nyanzale, and that's where they were initially, but they also lost that to Wazalendo. Right now, as I make this video, Wazalendo have actually about 12 hours ago captured this town of Muhongozi. So Muhongozi, if you can look, is the town slightly before Kichanga. So Wazalendo, which are these government allied defense force that is from this region, have definitely taken Kichanga away from M23, and they've managed to kick out M23 back north to Mweso, and then M23 is currently in Mweso, but not the whole of Mweso, and Wazalendo are in Muhongozi as I make this video. So Muhongozi is a town about 15 kilometers south of about 4 kilometers south of Mweso. So they are approaching Mweso. That is Wazalendo. And M23 has captured Nyanzale from Wazalendo, because Wazalendo were controlling Nyanzale, and they were trying to do kind of an encirclement around Mweso so that they can attack the M23. So M23 have detected that they are going to be attacked, so they moved north, or rather they've tried to capture both Mweso and Nyanzale. So that is the latest news. The other thing M23 did, because they keep running out of troops due to the losses they are incurring they had to leave the regions or the position they had captured south of Sake. Remember, last month they tried to commit suicide by trying to attack the town or the city of Sake, where they found heavy resistance from the Congolese army. They lost a lot of their troops. I made a video about that. You can go to the internet, you'll find more information about that all over the place. After losing close to 300 fighters, Rwanda sent in Rwandan troops there. They even sent in their surface-to-air missile there. I made a video about it. It's all over the place. The United Nations Security Council has a report on that Rwanda sent surface-to-air missile because M23 was dying from the Sukhoi jet bombings and drone attacks. You understand? So today again in the morning, in the region near Shasha, south of Shasha, which is where they were, there was Wazalendo kind of wrestled this territory. That is the Bukombati. They also took Ndumba. Ndumba is around here. They also took, all of them are around Shasha, you understand? So they are around Shasha. This is the town of Shasha, remember? And they've taken all this territory from the M23, and the M23 have been kicked. They're trying to now move north because with the Wazalendo in the south, because the Wazalendo are able to move to do what we call in English the flanking maneuver, right? Because in the north here in Sake we have the Congolese army FRDC together with the SADC troops, that is the South African Development Community troops. They are moving south, and these local guys, the Wazalendo, they made a pincer move, right? So went around and took Bukombati yesterday. They've moved north. They've taken Dumba. They're trying to encircle the M23. And from what I'm hearing is that the M23 has started moving away at night. They're running away from this territory or this position. Definitely Mushaki is under the Congolese army, so they won't come to Mushaki. They'll try to use the hills and come to join their group somewhere in Mweso and probably end up in Nyanzale again. So they try to come north to Mweso here and eventually maybe end up in Nyanzale, right? That is the latest story, and that's why I'm saying this looks like a cat and mouse kind of game, where the mouse is this M23 because they keep moving from one town to another, capturing a position that doesn't have even a significant importance, losing a lot of troops to do that, and then leaving that position and moving to another. So I mean, no one understands what they are really doing. They're just moving around. Rwanda is financing them to do that. But while all that is going on, there's something that a lot of people have forgotten, and that is the Rubaya, this patch here. You can see this is where you mine the coltan, right? This the hills where you find coltan in Rubaya. So what is happening is that while all that is going on, there's a lot of smuggling of minerals from Rubaya, and it's coming to mostly this territory here, about north of Mushaki here. So they are coming north of Mushaki, and then it's being smuggled on Fuso trucks other times, and it's coming from Rubaya on motorbikes. There's a lot of local smugglers carrying bags of coltan and bringing it to this M23, and then from there they are driving it all the way to the border of Bunagana. And people from here have said that the people involved, the ones who are actually involved in the smuggling, are the Hutu Rwandans in Rubaya, or the local Hutus from Masisi. And then the ones doing the second stage of smuggling are the Tutsi M23 fighters. So you even wonder, these guys here, they want to tell us, Paul Kagame keeps saying that M23 is there to defend the Tutsi from being killed by the Hutu. But then when it comes to smuggling Congolese minerals, those two communities, the Hutus and the Tutsi, work together. So the Hutus are the ones extracting the minerals from the mines in Rubaya. They are doing that through that rebel group called Codeco. And then they are moving those bags of minerals using motorbikes to a position somewhere around here, in maybe Kabati, somewhere around there. Then from there, it is going on trucks, Fuso trucks, those big Mitsubishi, I think Mitsubishi Fuso, right? Fuso trucks, and it's being driven all the way to the border with Uganda. So it's a coordinated kind of smuggling ring where the communities that are supposed to be fighting come together because they all need that money. So maybe the Congolese government should close the mines in Rubaya. They should send the troops there and ensure that there is no mining that is taking place. If they do that, I think the war will actually end, because I've come to understand this war is all about those minerals.